And that brings us to the end of today's story. If you enjoyed the adventure in the world we created, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be the first to hear about our upcoming stories. Your feedback means the world to us, so feel free to share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments. We're here to build a community of imagination and creativity, and your support keeps us going. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with another exciting story. Stay tuned, and until then, keep dreaming and imagining. In a remote village surrounded by dense forests, there was an old legend passed down through generations. The legend spoke of an abandoned house at the edge of the village, known as House Number 13. This house was unlike any other. It had been deserted for decades, yet villagers swore they had seen lights flickering inside at night and heard strange noises emanating from it. People avoided going near it, especially after sunset, as it was said to be inhabited by an unknown entity, a force that would never let anyone leave unscathed. For Ali, Yusuf, and Sarah, however, these stories were nothing more than old wives' tales meant to scare children. Lifelong friends and lovers of adventure, they feared nothing and were always looking for the next thrill. One cold night, they decided to take on the challenge no one else dared to, entering House Number 13. At precisely 11 p.m., the trio gathered at the gate of the house, carrying flashlights and a few basic tools. They stood there, staring at the dark, decaying structure, its empty windows like hollow eyes glaring back at them. The air was unnaturally cold, even though it was a summer night. "Are we sure about this?" Sarah whispered, clutching her flashlight tightly. "Of course. It's just a bunch of silly stories. Let's see what's inside and put this nonsense to rest," Yusuf replied confidently. Ali pushed the door, which creaked loudly as if protesting their entry. They stepped inside cautiously, noticing the thick layer of dust covering everything. The walls were adorned with strange symbols, written in a deep red color that looked suspiciously like dried blood. As they began exploring the rooms, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. They heard faint whispers, like someone or something was watching them. Whenever they approached the source of the sound, it disappeared. In one of the rooms, they found a large mirror, but their reflections weren't normal. Their faces moved ever so slightly, as if the reflections had lives of their own. On one of the walls, a chilling message was written: "Welcome. You are now part of the house." Fear began to creep into their hearts, but Ali insisted on pressing forward. "Nothing's happening. Let's check the upstairs and see what's there," he said. Upstairs, they came across a tightly locked door. A faint light seeped out from beneath it. Slowly, they pushed the door open and found an old woman in a black tattered dress sitting on a rocking chair in the middle of the room. Her face was pale, her eyes bulging unnaturally. "Welcome," she said in a deep, menacing voice, smiling to reveal sharp, inhuman teeth. The friends froze, unable to move or speak. Suddenly, the light went out, and the room began to shake as though an earthquake had struck. The three bolted out of the room, desperately searching for an exit. But the hallways seemed to shift and change, as if the house itself was alive and toying with them. Doors they had left open were in. Tone: keep the tone warm, inviting, and engaging. Interaction: encourage viewers to interact by leaving comments and sharing feedback. Thankfulness: show appreciation for their support at the end to make your audience feel valued. Feel free to adjust the tone or style to match your channel's personality.